Yo, hey there guys, and welcome back to my channel. And in today's videos guys, I'm coming to you with a quick somewhat of a news, really, a news in the fashion industry, that is. And what it is, it's basically there has been a designer, a high tier designer brand caught out for actually manufacturing bags for only $57 and selling them for £3,000. Sorry, $3,000, which is about £2,500 or something like that. Anyway, this brand is Christian Dior, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you are aware of that brand. They've been around for a long time. Obviously, it's Christian Dior, but they had like a big sort of second wind in terms of popularity a few years ago. Say about 2020 time, 2021 time. They had them Christian Dior sneakers that look a bit like Converse, but they were sort of a transparent sort of white. And there was a big hit. I think they're called, what is it called, DB20s or something, Christian Dior, something like that, something D20 or Christian Dior DB20, something like that. And obviously, of course, with the saddle bag, that came in to fashion again. It was something that they did back in the 80s, I think, and then it came into fashion again, the saddle bag. Wow, they've actually been caught out, and they were manufacturing designer luxury bags, Christian Dior, and they were manufacturing them in Italy. Now, they were using Chinese workers to do this, and they were paying Chinese workers a pittance, an absolute pittance, to manufacture the bags. It cost them $57 to manufacture, and then they were selling them for $3,000 to consumers and on their website. Now, obviously, this is not really something that's like new to me. I always knew designer brands did this type of thing. I've known about it for at least 20 years. When I was about like 8, I've known about this, and it only made me think, wait a minute, when I read an article about 5 years ago, and what it was about is the same thing what is happening right now, and that is that there were basically a lot of designer brands like Gucci, Armani. They were employing Chinese workers, immigrant Chinese, to come over to Italy. And there's a small little province in Italy where they manufacture a lot of bag and all that, and they've got like factories that are actually owned by I think they're owned by Chinese people in Italy, and they're also owned by Italians as well. Now, these factories, the working conditions are very, very, very bad, and they force workers to like work all day, and they only get basically about $1 a day. They get like $30 a month, so obviously they're getting about $1 a day to like sit on a machine for about 18 hours, and they get about 6 hours sleep. And they want to do as much work as they possibly can, and if they don't work fast enough, like, they get things cut off them. They don't get as much food, they don't get as much drink, and the staff are like mean to them and mistreat them. And well, yeah, Christian Dior, they got caught out with this, and they're very embarrassed about this. Now they're saying, oh, we didn't know the factory did this. We just told the factory to make the bags for us. We didn't even know that they were doing this to all the workers. We thought the factory was a good factory and like treated people fairly. And that's what they're claiming, and that's how they've actually managed to swindle their way out of this. And Christian Dior will not be charged, they will not have to go to court. It's just their factories will probably either be closed down, or they will have to sort of do some type of reimbursement to the workers. But guys, I've got to admit, it's no different, like designer brands now, they're no different. There's no luxuriness about them anymore. They're no different than just buying something from H&M. The only slight thing is like the quality. If you buy something really expensive, the quality will be good, but it has to be really expensive designer stuff. You can't just go into a store and get like a pair of designer, I don't know, sneakers for like 150 quid and expect the quality to be like better than Nike or Adidas. It'll normally be worse, because you're paying a lot for the designer brand name, you see. Like it's like 7 times the amount you pay for the Nike name. So you can't, so like the actual majority of times you buy something from designer, excuse me, for trainers, they're normally like £600 for designer brand trainers. Now, if you get them in a sale, that's when you can get a bit of a bargain and you can get the quality good. But like sales are very hard, you know, to like get the item you want. A lot of the times it's not your size, or the colour's not the colour you want, so you just have to make do, you know. But if you can find, sometimes, you know, I've been lucky in the past, I've managed to get the item I want and the size I want and the colour I want. But yeah, guys, I mean, it's just really it's really bad though, because like you got to think of it like this: like a designer brand, they can only keep living by that name. That's all they've really got. They've just got the name. That's what makes them the money. Without the name, they've not got anything. You know, it's just the way of the world, really, with designer brands. And Christian Dior, like a lot of people will hear about this. It'll be in like the news. It might even be on it might even make the BBC News in the UK and different places like that, and like that can start influencing people's opinions. And now I know a lot of people in the industry, the fashion industry, that's saying that they're just like completely going to stop buying Christian Dior bags now, because the Sac de Jour, I know that was very popular about 5 years ago. The Sac de Jour, that was like their main bag, and the Lady Diana bag as well. That was also a popular one. And of course there was the Christian Dior, the book sort of case bag, where it was just like a cotton canvas, and it was like £3.5 grand. I remember, I'll tell you a funny story. I was walking back home from Sainsbury's, and this lady had this Christian Dior bag, and I was just like an alley between Sainsbury's and like the pasture going back home, and I was just walking her way, she was walking my way, and then she put a Christian Dior bag like this. She went right up by me, like as if to flex, as if to say, it's Christian Dior. I was like, girl, I know that's fake, okay? I know that's fake. She was like, what, 20? She's not gonna have a Christian Dior bag, you know, and like she's walking in Sainsbury's. No one does that. I've seen loads of people on a train with them Christian Dior bags. They're all fakes. They're all fakes. But yeah, I mean, the fakes, it doesn't really make a difference anyway, because you may as well buy a fake, because when you buy a Christian Dior bag and a lot of other designer brands bags, you're not buying that designer actual bag from the designer. The actual designer has not made that bag. Not even the people in the Dior company have made that bag. They've just outsourced manufacturing to like a company, a different company that makes cheap bags that you'll see in TK Maxx and places like that anyway. So it's really a fake anyway. Even the authentic Dior bags, they're really just fakes anyway. and like all the Gucci bags as well. Gucci, the thing with Gucci and Balenciaga, though, and Kering, they do sort of, well, even them, but I know they do have some of their own factories, but a lot of the times their cheaper stuff, like hoodies, that type of thing, they're made in the same factory as Represent. Because I was watching YouTube, and the CEO of Represent, he came on to a podcast, and he was telling like the people on the podcast that their Represent hoodies that they manufacture, well, they don't manufacture it, they get a different manufacturer, but Represent, actually, he was saying that their hoodies that Represent make are made in the same factory as Balenciaga hoodies, and Represent hoodies cost only about £175, whereas Balenciaga hoodies, they cost £870 and up, you know. So like, it's like what, 6-7 times more, you know, 6 times more, basically 5 times more for a Balenciaga hoodie than a Represent hoodie, but they're still made in the same factory by the same workers, the same materials, same quality. It's the name. It's 100%. You're just buying the name, you know, and it's absolutely crazy. That's why I say I would never and will never ever buy anything designer, yeah, that's full price. I'll only buy it in a sale. I'll only buy it in a sale. And if I do buy something in a sale, it will never be more than like 250 quid max. 250 max. 100%. Anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on this subject and what you think needs to happen to Christian Dior, and basically, you know, what you think people, you know, what you think of people who buy designer stuff. Like, do you think they're just trying to show off to others? You know, do you think they think they're better than like you and me? Huh? Anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Peace.